Welcome to Butter Legs. We don't always get things right, but we're real good triers.
We watch movies and make music inspired by the experience. Fair warning, there are spoilers.
We oftentimes talk about mature subjects, and we say dirty words while we're at it.
Here we go! Welcome, Butter Leggings. I'm Jay.
I'm Sin.
And I'm Alex, and I can't hardly hear Michelle.
I don't know what I'm doing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we should keep all this in there. It's funny.
So Sin and I changed up the way our work from home offices are. It afforded us the benefit of having our recording spaces separate from each other. It makes editing a little bit easier.
Thank God.
Yeah, but this is our first time trying it. I
don't know how to set up audio.
Sin is on her own, pushing all the buttons.
I don't know how to do things.
Well, does anybody have any fun stories since our last episode?
Our dog got a funny haircut.
Yeah, it did.
Everything kind of freaks this dog out for some reason. I'm not real sure why, but anyway, she doesn't like to get her hair cut by me. So we called a mobile groomer to come sit in our driveway and try to do her. And I was like, oh man, there's no way they're going to figure out how to groom this dog. And then like an hour into it, I was like, damn, they're going to do it. Like, you know, I thought like in my head, she was getting all scrubbed up in the tub and they were just air drying her after freshly cutting her hair. And I get this text message just like, yeah, I'm going to stop. I was like, oh no.
Text from the groomer, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Text from the groomer. I got a text from the groomer and he was like, yeah, I'm going to stop. So we go out there and she's standing on the table and like her torso is shaved and everything else is furry. He's like, yeah, she won't let me do her legs or her chin or anything. So he's like, okay, see you later. And he did it like it was such a shit show that he's like, I don't know, $30. I was like, okay, here's 50 because that was a nightmare. Anyway, oh god, so we've got this like really funny looking dog right now.
She got big old fuzzy boots and it looks like she's like high fashion or something.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something that's pertinent to our previous episode.
Well, what was that on?
It was our Raiders of the Lost Ark / Mighty Ducks episode.
Yeah.
And so we had that play, the audio play.
It was awesome.
We had that audio play, Indiana Bombay 2353. And one of the characters is Woolly Monkey, which we made up. You know, it's just this monkey it was supposed to be like really long hair, like a woolly mammoth. Well, I found out just the other day, there really is a thing called a woolly monkey.
Holy shit. Really?
Yeah. That's an extant species right now. You can find them. But it's not...
Wait, did you say a stamped species? What did you...
Extant.
What is that?
That means it's currently living. It's not extinct. It's extant.
It's short for existent. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It's not, but it means the same thing.
It means existing. Okay. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
It's not woolly like the woolly mammoth. It's not really long hair. It's more like short, like, but thick.
Sounds like a regular monkey.
Like Will Ferrell hair all over it.
Oh, like curly.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
and they live in the rainforests in the Amazon.
Wow. They're
really cute too. They have these big round eyes and they have very prehensile tails. And not only are their tails prehensile, but they're kind of cool or kind of weird.
You have to stop saying these words. What does that mean?
What
prehensile?
Yeah.
Oh, it means
what does that mean?
it's all grabby and such.
I feel I'm on a museum tour or something, or a zoological expedition, because I'm like, what are these words?
I almost do that for a living, though, so I have a nature fact.
Okay.
If you're done with your big boring story about prehensile tails.
The one other thing I was going to say about their prehensile tails is that like one part of it is like, or one side of the tail no, is not hairy, and it's like so it can grip trees and stuff better.
So you mean one end of the tail or one side? Like it's split vertically, or like one end of it?
Like vertically, like almost like think of it. It almost looks like their tail is like an octopus tentacle. Like picture if an octopus tentacle was hairy all over, except the side with the suction cups.
Oh, wow.
But, no suction cups.
So not at all like an octopus tentacle. Like, not at all. You could have described a rat, any sort of like other thing, and you chose octopus.
Well, I was trying.
Out of everything, like elephant trunk, like anything. No, octopus tail.
No, well, like a rat tail, or a little bit with an elephant trunk.
Possum.
No, there's nothing unique to one side. Ho-Ho is confused by this new setup.
Some animals have a weird toe.
Don't look at my weird toe.
That's my cleaning toe.
This animal is known for its weird toe. Well, see, I was trying to think of something else that has like some sort of appendage or tail that's different on one side of the tail. Mm-hmm. But like a rat's tail or something, it's like the same all the way around.
You don't know.
I think another way to maybe look at their prehensile tail, it's almost like it has a palm. You know how the skin on your palm is different than the rest of it?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. Alex? What were you going to talk about?
Hey, butter leggings from California. Did you know? I'm just singling out a state again because it's become tradition of mine. Did you know that there is a type of fish in the world called the bony-eared assfish?
What? Dear Amy says, is it me or people driving crazy because I see people driving not looking both ways no more? There is cars just going so fast. Do not give in world. You just go. Do not see if car pulling out on right or left or even person to please. Driver look, watch surrounding. When you drive, you can Hold on. When you drive, you can be hit in your side of door. If you did have good people like people, I been cars who do watch surroundings. I had so much trouble reading it because I was like, where am I?
was good point you do, Amy.
Is that not? It's pretty fucking wild, isn't it?
Yeah. It's okay to have poor grammar and miss commas and apostrophes and misspelled words, but it's a whole other thing. I would think you can type at least the same as how you speak. Oh,
and let me say this. I believe this person to be. I could be wrong, but by name and photo, I'm assuming they're probably a native Portlander, who grew up in an English-speaking home. I'm going to say that too. Also, because I wouldn't want to make fun of anyone who's not English isn't their first language. And I'm not really it's just that I can't follow what they're saying. It's not even like I was just like I get lost and I'm like, how many times have I said do not? Because I think there's a lot of do nots in here.
Mm-hmm.
I've always found it real awkward in school when teachers made the kids grade each other's homework and you get that one kid. That one kid that sounds a little bit like Amy. Sorry, Amy.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, so I don't really know what Amy's telling her neighbors. I think she's saying, watch out, people don't drive well. But I think the most confusing part of this, let me recap for you, shall I?
Mm-hmm.
Can be hit in your side of door if you did have good people, like people, cars who do watch surroundings. Like that one, I mean, I feel like I'm trying to, like, it's a puzzle and it's like, make a sentence out of this, out of these words.
Maybe she was doing text to speech and she was like, send, this is good enough.
Boy, I don't know, because if it was speech to text, I think it would make a little bit more sense, because I've never heard anybody speak like that. Even if they're not a native speaker.
Yeah, I mean, that's the deal. It's like, I'm in and around people whose English is not their first language all the time. And this just seems, I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe a kid got a hold of it and it just like auto-completed a lot of words.
Yeah, it's like that challenge where you hit the middle autocomplete on your phone over and over.
Yeah,
and
that's what we're reading.
Her drunk kid. I'm just kidding.
Her drunk in a hurry kid using speech to text.
I'm just kidding. Don't drink, kids.
Oh yeah, don't drink, kids.
Don't drink, kids.
How to cook humans.
You hear that, Dracula? Probably our most remote butter legging. It's Dracula.
He's Santa Claus's best friend.
Dracula and Santa Claus, best friends forever.
I'm making that song. Ideas about our next program.
Yeah. Because this is Choosing the Movies 3. We just finished our previous list, and now we got to decide on what we want to watch next. Yeah.
So I was trying to think of kind of like a theme. Here's one I thought of. I was like, what about movies that were trying real hard not to be musicals, but they kind of are? And I was like, like Purple Rain. Like, it's not a musical, but there's over 12 songs on that are incorporated in that movie in their entirety, Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then like, what about Angel Heart? No, what is that movie with
Dances with Wolves?
No. No, the country singer.
Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart. And then I thought of that one, and then I was like, oh, it's just movies with really good soundtracks. That's not what it is.
If you want to watch those two movies, you should just suggest them.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say Labyrinth, but we already did Labyrinth.
Uh-huh.
We did
Labyrinth. We did Labyrinth.
Well, Butterlegged.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, Alex, remember that one time we went to Sonic with Jay? And he was trying to order. What was it? What did you say
Did I say it?
Yeah, you were trying to order.
I vaguely remember.
I don't remember this.
I remember he had a little like Jerry Lewis fit or something.
Yeah, it was just like, I need a cheeseburger.
That's okay. I got hung up on the word. I tried to say yes, sir to someone today, but I kept saying sure, and I just kept saying sure. I was like, God damn it, I'm just going to give up talking.
Oh my God. Yeah, you have to do like a lot of public speaking now, huh?
Oh, a fair amount. It's mostly people get on a boat with me and I talk to them.
No.
That does kind of remind me also, I worked in skating rinks for a really long time, and I worked as a DJ, and so I was up there on the mic and stuff a lot, and overall I would say I was good at that job. I loved it. It's one of my favorite jobs I've ever had, but there were those rare moments every once in a while where you'd be getting close to the end of a song and you think, oh shoot, I don't have another song lined up. And you just be sitting there in the DJ booth. And it's like, what are songs? What are songs? It's
Amazing Grace.
Yeah, you really don't want to end up with dead air because it's very awkward to have a group of strangers all skating in the same room to no music. Just a big echoey place. And so in those moments, sometimes you kind of want to like I would try to like cover it up that like, oh shoot, I haven't found a song. Maybe it's because I had something important to say. So you get on the mic. It's like, okay, just like talk slowly and fill up the space while you're trying to think of a song.
Do you guys like hot dogs?
We have hot dogs in the snack bar. And what makes this situation worse, almost without fail, the song you finally land on is a terrible choice. So like you'll finally be like, okay, here we go. Here's some Rammstein. Happy 7th birthday, Maddie.
I remember there was one time it was you and the other DJ weren't, because I think we just had the two of you at the time.
That was often the case.
Yeah, there was a scheduling conflict, so it was just me and the manager. she's like, we need someone to DJ this birthday party, and she's like, and you're the only one available besides me, and I have to do other stuff. And I'm like, this is a bad idea. And she's like, well, you're the only one though. And I'm like, damn it. And I must have threw the most boring birthday party. I barely even talked. I probably just played a Britney Spears album the whole time. And then I'm just like, the one thing I can remember me saying was, cake is ready. Or something like that. I think one of the kids was very familiar with the dice game, which is a popular roller rink skating game. And I was like, do you know how to play this? Like, it was off mic. I was like, do you know how to play dice game? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, here, take this dice and go play dice game. Have a good time.
Whenever I very first started at the rinks, I'd only been working at them for a couple weeks at the time, and I was DJing a birthday party, and there was this little kid having their birthday there. That I think they were turning like 4. They were pretty young, and they were kind of having a rough time with their birthday party. They were kind of upset and crying and stuff. So we thought, oh, it'd be fun if we let them roll the dice during the dice game. And at that particular rink, the dice was made out of it was like this cube of wax. It was kind of odd. Yeah.
It wasn't big and fuzzy?
No, it wasn't the big fuzzy pillowy one like it should be. It was like this hard wax.
Shit, this is gonna be real bad.
So we thought this would be easy. You know, this kid can just roll the dice. And I'm like out there on my skates trying to help him out. And I'm like, go ahead and roll it, Caleb. And the kid was like, okay. And threw it as hard as he could. And the corner hit me right in the shin bone. And I like fell down. It was like hurting really bad. But the kid was having a good time. And I'm like, oh, good roll there, Caleb. And like, I've got
blood's gushing.
Yeah, I've got like the cordless mic and stuff, you know, so everybody can hear me go. Oh! Happy birthday!
Now call an ambulance. It's funny because I've been in front of mics a lot, but for some reason, because I can kind of sing, I always got to and kind of enjoyed for some reason singing the national anthem, but there's something about that song and I cannot remember the words to. Like, I've sung that song in public spaces, I don't know, 100 times or something, and every time I'd be like, I gotta write down the words. And I'd get to a breath and I'd be like, oh, look down, shit, where am I? Okay, yeah. Oh shit, did I already sing that? And in my brain, it's racing like, did I already sing the Rockets part? Are we on the, what? Are we on the mountains? Wait, that's a different song. What? You know, like it's, anyway. I think I only really messed up like maybe one time, but yeah, for some reason that song is just not memorable lyric wise.
It's really not, no.
And the melody kind of does what it wants in that song.
Yeah, that's true. Movies? Any ideas?
Oh yeah, movies. So Butter Leggings, we've already talked about one particular movie series that we will likely do, but I kind of want to use this space and keep it open to some other ideas. So before we talk about that, let's kind of throw it out there. Like Sin had the idea of musicals that aren't musicals.
They're trying real hard not to be musicals.
I know that we've talked a lot about the Blade Runner Alien series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one would be good.
Yeah.
How many movies would that come out to be?
It depends on which Alien movies we would include in it. If it were me choosing, I would probably go with Blade Runner 2049, Alien, Aliens, Prometheus,
Covenant?
And Covenant, yeah. So 6 movies.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rather than what you said, we could do every movie that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Which is Twins and
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
Didn't we try to watch Kindergarten Cop, Jay, one day?
And Junior.
And Junior. Wait,
Junior.
Wait, Danny
All 3 of
DeVito's
those.
Danny DeVito's not in Kindergarten Cop.
He's one of the kids.
Why is there Why is there a nexus between these two actors?
Because they love each other.
I mean, it's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the juxtaposition. Is that why?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know one. Like killer animal movies, like Cujo, Jaws,
Oh.
and
Jurassic Park.
but maybe like a singular villain animal,
Oh.
like Cujo, Jaws, and
Oh.
Beethoven. No,
Airbud murders again.
there's actually so when Jaws was when that, you know, it was so popular when it came out, it was scary and everyone freaked out. Shortly, I think, this is all by memory, I haven't looked this up on Google, but I think shortly after that there was one called Orca, and it was about a killer whale, and it was kind of the same thing, like this killer whale was, you know, trying to kill people. There's also this thing that I kind of want to explore, but I don't know if I'm prepared to. It's like kind of unwatchable movies that you're just like, I cannot watch that. Like, always for me is Human Centipede. Like, it's so disgusting. You know what I mean? Like that kind of genre. Like, so Human Centipede, and there's actually a whole, there's like all these lists of like unwatchable movies. There's, depends on like what really grosses you out or what really turns your stomach.
That'd be an interesting one to make a song about, huh?
I think it'd be fucking hilarious. Got my mouth on your butt and your butt on my mouth. Wait, what?
Sin, do you want to tell everybody about the movie series that we've kind of been thinking about?
We've been thinking about Terminator, the series Terminator.
We've been thinking about Terminators a lot lately.
I know that I think about it because the timeline confuses me a lot. And we've tried to rewatch them, or we have watched the movie several times. Jay always draws a diagram of the timeline. And I always forget by the time it comes around again.
Even with the diagram, it doesn't make sense. There's no way to visualize these movies in a way that makes sense. But it's almost kind of the things that I love about these movies in a way. I don't know.
Which ones would we include though?
1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely 1 and 2. I don't think there's any argument about
that's
that.
Terminator 1 and Terminator 2?
Yeah.
That's the name of them?
It's called Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
The first one was called The Terminator.
All right, so the full Terminator series of just the major motion pictures, nothing else. There was a short-lived TV show and stuff like that. Not those, but the Terminator from 1984, Terminator 2 Judgment Day 1991, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines from 2003, Terminator Salvation from 2009, Terminator Genesis from 2015, and Terminator Dark Fate from 2019. Which ones do we want to watch, and how would we want to split them up? Because I don't mind watching all 6 of them, but with the format of our show, we have to make songs every episode. That was a promise we made to our butter leggings and to President Joe Biden, and I don't. It's going to be kind of awkward. 3 songs per Terminator movie if we were to do them all individually. That's 18 songs about Terminator.
If we're not losing fans now, we sure as shit are going to lose them then.
About halfway through, Joe Biden's going to give me an angry call.
We don't want to overly saturate people in Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 6. We could do 3 and 3.
We could do 3 and 3.
2 episodes.
2 episodes, yeah. We did 13 episodes of Star Wars.
But we didn't write songs about them.
We didn't write songs about them. Exactly.
And now we live in regret.
I think either 1 or 2 episodes total for whatever movies we do.
Or we could do a Terminator 7.
Oh God.
Write another story?
No, it's too hard.
Yeah.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
Starring Danny DeVito and
That's where old Danny shows up in Terminator 7. Twins.
I'm the villain and I'm your brother.
Terminator Twins. Danny
Terminator Twins.
Terminator Twins.
Terminator 7. Kindergarten Cop.
This story's already rolling now.
Yeah, a Danny DeVito Terminator, I think, actually would blend in with a crowd more than an Arnold Terminator would.
Yeah.
A Danny DeVito Terminator Christmas.
Oh my God.
Terminator Twins, Jingle All the Way.
No. All right. So I guess it's settled.
So I think the other thing to talk about today is in the Choosing the Movies episode, since we don't actually have a movie that we have watched in preparation for this episode, we're free to do whatever music challenge we want.
Oh, for this episode.
Yeah, for this episode. So, so I think now let's talk about what music challenge we would maybe want to do. What are the butter leggings about to hear in just like a couple minutes from now?
We're doing a choosing the movie song. Is that what you're saying?
What? No.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not saying it's themed around choosing the movies. I'm saying that this episode affords us the ability to have the music challenge be whatever the hell we want. And it's going to be in this episode.
Something about an assfish?
All right, so here's what I'm kind of thinking. There's a lot of episodes that we did before we figured out that making music was kind of our thing. What if we revisited a couple of those movies and made some music for them during the next several choosing the movies episodes that we do? So like, for example, today we could go back to Fast and Furious. We all make a Fast and the Furious song.
And are we choosing a singular movie to all do?
Yeah, I think so. We'll all do the same movie.
Okay.
And then what I'm also envisioning is we'll do the genre picking exercise that we like to do.
Okay.
Ewoks 2.
And furthermore, I'll just go ahead and say I have a little bit of an idea on the genre picking thing as well whenever we get to that point.
Godfather.
Oh my God, The Godfather. I already wrote a Godfather song, but I wouldn't mind making another one.
What are you thinking, Alex? Which one out of all those?
Ewoks 2.
Ewoks 2. What is Ewoks 2?
That was the Wilford Brimley one.
Oh, yeah. Not Caravan of Courage, but a different one.
Battle for Endor.
Battle for Endor. Okay.
Although it's been so long.
Oh no, we'll have to watch it again.
Oh no.
Which I'm totally up for.
No, I know. I don't want to watch that movie.
Well, you don't have to watch it, but I'll watch it.
Okay, Jay, what's your idea, Jay?
Well, so my other idea about the musical challenge is that we pitched these genres to each other and chose them. And I think there's some really good ones that have been used that we've crossed off the list, but I would like to see what other people would have done with those genres. So I'm thinking, like, let's just say, for example, we chose the Ewok movie and we all write songs for it, but we revisit. So I did contemporary Christian for the Twilight song, but maybe this time Sin does contemporary Christian for the Ewok movie. And Sin did pop country. Maybe Alex does pop country. You know, like these genres that kind of stood out to us. I think they're worth revisiting.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, I'm good with Ewoks too.
Okay.
All right. So second Ewok movie, Battle for Endor, which is on Disney Plus nowadays.
We had a little bit to do with that.
Absolutely.
No one was talking about that. No one was talking about that fucking movie. We made a podcast and it was literally on HBO or no, Disney. It was on Disney like a week later. I'm just saying.
Sin, you said you wanted contemporary Christian.
I want contemporary Christian. I
am really excited to hear an Ewok contemporary Christian song. Alex, which one do you want?
You choose for me.
I want Alex to do pop country.
I think so too. Alex, you're going to do pop country.
And JJ's a 80s, 90s sitcom.
Yes.
80s, 90s sitcom. Okay. All right. So, Butter Lakings, you're about to hear our songs about Ewoks, Battle for Endor. Sin's song is contemporary Christian. Alex's is in the style of pop country, and mine is 80s, 90s sitcom.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, by the way, Alex is always the first one done with his songs.
We're like, so what do we want to do? And we're like, I don't know. Like, let's just do some Lawrence Welk. It's like, okay, 4 hours later, I'm done. 4 weeks later, I'm like, okay, I'm almost finished.
Yeah. Sins is always last. She's like, oh, I got to finish it before the episode. And we're like, we're already recording the episode. She's like, hang on.
I missed you while you were gone for 5 minutes.
You missed me?
Or is this an entirely new episode? I'm confused.
No. We're finishing up the Choosing the Movies episode.
Oh, that's what I thought. That was that was the gag I was going for.
We had decided that we're going to be watching the Terminator series, and also that our music challenge for this episode is about the movie Battle for Endor, Ewoks Battle for Endor.
Can I shout out one of our butter leggings?
Yes.
He's a big fan of ours, Gareth.
Oh,
Awesome.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gareth.
So Gareth, he suggested we do Jeepers Creepers. And Halloween, the original Halloween.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I like that
His
movie.
third one, you might could tell he likes the horror genre. And Interview with a Vampire. Thank you, Gareth. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gareth.
It's a good time to plug that if you have a suggestion of a movie.
A moo.
If you have a moo.
If you have a moo which you will.
Oh my God. Wouldn't that be the best merchandise, a Butterlegs moo?
We could wear them if we ever do videos.
Oh my God, I would love it. I love a moo.
Most podcasts, they have like t-shirts and like baseball caps and stuff. No, we'll have like moo-moos and oversized robes and snuggies and shit. And they'll say Butterlegs on them.
He also asked if we have a YouTube channel, and like the 80-year-old I am, I didn't know if we did or not.
We do have a YouTube channel, and you can just search for Butterlegs Podcast to find it. We have one clip on there of our Emperor Calls Vader thing.
I remember
I
that.
made a little animation for that. We might have some more stuff up there in the future, but that's not a super active channel for us yet. All right, so
what are we doing? I'm so confused. Are you about to tell us what we're doing? Because I'm like, haven't we done this already? What's happening?
Okay, so today we're doing share and tell of our music inspired by the movie Battle for Endor.
Do we have any stories to tell though? Or are we just going straight into this part?
I mean, we had stories in the first half of the episode.
Oh, that's right. See,
this isn't.
Yeah.
I forget what's going on.
We've only been gone for like 5 seconds.
Oh,
This is the second half of the episode.
okay.
So that's why I was like, I missed you in the last 5 seconds. Or I think
Oh, okay. God, man, I'm so confused. Okay. Got it. I got it. I know what we're doing now. See, seamless. This is seamless.
Butter leggings. It's been 2 weeks since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
So yeah, for you is you just heard that,
and you're like, why is she always so confused?
We're kind of like magicians that are baffled by our own tricks.
Oh, and so this is also funny. It's been 2 weeks because, just like we said, Alex, I think you finished your song the next day, right?
Yeah.
And it took me like 4 days. And then, Sin, when did you finish your song?
2 days ago.
Yeah.
But yes, Sin, you procrastinated, didn't you?
I don't. Yes.
Just kidding.
I don't really know that it's procrastination.
No,
It's
probably
that
not.
She goes into those sessions and she's like, doesn't sound right. It's not good enough. Doesn't sound right. Gotta start over.
Yeah, that is it.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Ewoks movies. The first one we can sum up real quickly. This family lands on Endor, meets the Ewoks, and they fight against a big giant called the Gorax, and they kill the Gorax. The end.
So let's name some people in it.
Sindel.
Yeah, we have
Sindel is the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her brother Mace, who's this really annoying boy.
He died.
I don't remember the mom or the dad's name.
But they died.
Jeremit.
They're dead.
And Catherine.
They're dead.
That's right. And then, what's his name? I was going to say Oliver Wendell Holmes. What's the name of the guy?
Oliver Wilde.
Oh, Wilford Brimley.
Yes.
Oh.
Wilford Brimley's in this.
Has the worst dialogue.
And also the Ewok Wicket.
Oh, yeah. Wicket's in here.
And most of Wilford Brimley's dialogue, I actually watched the movie again because I thought that was the assignment. But Wilford Brimley, the majority of his dialogue is like, "Oh, what's that? A muffin or something? Oh, what's this? You're going to screw everything up, you little buggers."
So yeah, in the second movie, during the first 5 minutes, Sindel's whole family gets killed. So it's kind of like, what was the point in the first movie? Like, why'd they kill everybody off?
Because we love them so much still.
Yeah. And she and Wicket end up living with Wilford Brimley, who
Weird.
Yeah, who says, "You little beggars."
Oh yeah, beggars.
Yeah, you little beggars. And he's got a spaceship that he needs to fix, and there's an evil witch sorceress thing, and a pack of orcs. And the orcs
the
are
Marauders.
Wilford Brimley also tried to flash his junk at us in this movie. I just wanted
Yes, he did.
He gets out of bed and you see up his funny little night dress thing.
Up his moo-moo.
Up his butter legs brand moo-moo.
Available in stores soon, probably not, but
just like in Caravan of Courage, which is the movie that precedes Battle for Endor. There's a hang glider.
Yeah, both movies have hang gliders.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go. I got my challenge was to do my song in the genre of contemporary Christian, and I'll have to say that I hadn't listened to a lot, and there's some things that are real, like I don't know. It's like there's a formula, and everyone has the same formula. Or it seems all the good ones. And also that line is real clear. There's like really good contemporary Christian music, and then the rest is real bad. And it probably shouldn't be on streaming services because it sounds real homegrown. But anyway, the themes I noticed were very much emphasis on the singing. And I will say that on the people that are like, I'd say the good contemporary Christian bands, they've got some real good singers, and y'all know I like a good singer, especially female singers. So they've got some real good singing. Much of what I came across was live, so you can hear the main band, but then you always hear like this enormous crowd singing along with them. All the songs seem very anthem-like, and I say that sort of like they may or may not sing one or two verses, and then the chorus just repeats and repeats and repeats. And it's like, this is our anthem. This is the part we're going to sing a lot. That happens. And at least in my song, how it ended up is there's some similarities between a Disney ballad and a contemporary Christian song. And I don't know if it's because they're both very family friendly or what. But like, if you start listening to your song, you're like, that's not the assignment. But if you listen to enough like Hillsong worship, you'll be like, oh yeah, that is the assignment. So here's my song, Look Up to the Sky, Ewoks Battle for Endor by Sin in the style of contemporary Christian. When your world's no longer peaceful, you find yourself in a sequel. Your adventure awaits. You didn't get discouraged in the caravan of courage. You leaned on him for heaven's sake. With the Goroks destroyed, your heart feels overjoyed, but a new fight is just ahead. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider, but your mom and dad and Mace are dead. You sing a star song. Wilford Brimley doesn't have any pants on, but the battle still lies ahead. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider, but your mom and dad and Mace are dead. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider, but your mom and dad and Mace are dead. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider, but your mom and dad and Mace are dead. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider. Look up to the sky, there's wicked on a hang glider. Look up to the sky. Got the good fade out.
Oh yeah,
Very nice.
that was great.
Thank you.
Very inspirational.
Did you have your hands up? I had my hands up.
I felt like I was floating.
No, I love it. I feel like you really captured that real clear voice,
Yeah,
and like you were saying, it's
stupidly clear message.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I can go next.
Okay.
So my assignment was 80s 90s sitcom. I took a little bit of inspiration from a couple different existing sitcom themes. In particular, I listened to the theme song for Facts of Life. Hi ho ho.
You went early 80s.
Yeah, that one started in the late 70s and went through the 80s. And I hadn't heard it before. I hadn't heard that theme song before.
I sang all the words to him by memory.
And I feel like after watching that opening, which by the way, it seemed like the music changed every season for that show, which is kind of interesting. But instantly I also understood like 20 Family Guy jokes. It doesn't sound, so my song doesn't sound exactly like Facts of Life, but I did take that, there's a tempo to it and like kind of a bounciness that I tried to capture from that. And then there's a couple other sitcom theme song references that you might pick up on in there.
All
But
right.
this is called You Little Beggars. That's the name of the show. It's springtime on Endor. The Gorax is dead, but so is your family. So let's get revenge. Yup, nup, you little beggars. Yup, nup, take a bow. Yup, nup, you little beggars. Your your Ewok family. Get that spaceship working. Fight the sorceress. Hang glide with the dinosaur. Look up Noah's dress. Sindel, Wicket, Tom Servo, Noah. Yum num, you little beggars. Yum num, and take a bow. Yum num, you little beggars. Your Ewok family now.
Yes.
I love that.
That's great. It's very, we have the same theme. It was obvious that we watched the same movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of crossover there. It's
it.
funny that the parts of the movie that we seem to have latched onto are like not at all what they intended for people to latch onto in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I love it. I do like the bounciness of it. It's so spot on.
So I wanted to showcase one other thing that got me cracked up whenever I was making this song. There's a solo keyboard in there, and I thought it would be kind of funny if at first it was on accident that I made the second keyboard solo kind of bad, and I was like, oh, this is funny. I'm just going to leave it. So I'm pretending that there's maybe a keyboard player in the band who was not very good, but they let them join in. So I've made a little sample here of the keyboard solo, but it's a little more isolated so you can hear it better. Here, so take a listen. Ewok family now.
Nailed it.
So good. That's great.
All right. Alex, tell us about your song.
Well, it's not really even my song. Luckily, I already found a song by none other than country legend, modern pop country legend, Tobey Maguire. And old Toby, well, let me tell you what.
Old Toby.
He wrote a song about an Ewok. So there's a lot of it, as we know, Ewoks 2. There's a lot of iterations, a lot of versions of this film. And there was an alternate version with the character that got cut out by Mr. Lucas. And for whatever reason, Tobey Maguire wrote a song in the character of that character. And he's a little bit, this character, this Ewok that got cut out, he's a little bit country. And he deep down, he's probably a little bit butthurt that Mr. Lucas cut him from the film, but he's very consoled and comforted by the fact that he has this self-righteous patriotism for Endor. So enjoy. Well, I'm a country walking off, featured in the film, driving down a country road. In my pickup truck, I just kick up indoor dust. Sometimes I'll take a bath in the commode. But Mr. Lucas kinda wondered if I even helped the story, so he went ahead and cut me out. Well, that's just fine, it's just water off my bonnet, 'cause you know what I'm all about. I'm indoor country, you can cut me from the film. I'm indoor country, and you can't cut that out of me. I'm indoor country, and outdoorsy country. Wow. I'm indoor country, I'm in the country. Toby Maguire. Bologna sandwich. I got a spear in one hand, one cheap beer in the other, and I'm gonna cruise around the town. Every weekend I play bingo with the honeys at casinos, and my mullet is the best around. Mr. Lucas kinda wondered if I even helped the story, so he went ahead and cut me out. But that's just fine, just water off my bonnet. I'll tell you what I'm all about. I'm indoor country, you can cut me from the film. I'm indoor country, you can't cut that out of me. Now I'm indoor country, I'm on outdoor country, you all. I'm indoor country.
Yes. Oh my God. The play on words in there is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Toby.
It's so good.
I really like the guitar playing you do.
I know, it's good.
It's so perfect for that specific genre, not just country, but like the specific.
Yeah, the specific
I don't know that
type
that kind of
country.
Yeah, there's like it's like that line dance country.
Yeah. Totally.
A stupid amount of twang.
Yeah.
That's really fun. It's really fun. It was really fun for Toby to play that, though.
It was real good.
Funny thing, when I was writing that, I actually I didn't even do the chords first. I did that part first, and then I did chords.
That's really funny. Like, I never thought about that, but I guess that is more the foundation of the song, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to build everything around the. Well, great job on the songs, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, good job.
That was a good one. I have a final next door that I think I'd like to just say it, and then we just say meeting adjourned.
Okay. I like that.
Next door. Joseph says, can anyone recommend a licensed engineer for a DIY project?
By definition, licensed engineer, that makes it not DIY, right?
Yeah. Well, the fact that you're having anyone help you makes it not DIY.
Oh, yeah, we're not supposed to talk about it.
Meeting adjourned.
It's like, maybe he thinks DIY stands for something else.
Did it yet?
Do it, y'all.
Do it, y'all.
With the understood for me.
Do it, y'all.
Doing it, yo.
Doing it, yo.
Done it, yo. Dipping yogurt.
Dipping yogurt.